Hey man, why do Charles Barkley hate the Lakers so much? Why do what did the Lakers do to Charles Barkley? You know what I'm saying? Because I think he's getting to the point where he is like epitomizing what everybody is saying about how certain people in media are using their platforms to bash the overall product of the NBA, certain players of the NBA, certain teams of the NBA, right? And to the casual fan that doesn't know much about the game or only watches on certain occasions, they may start to form those same opinions, not because they're um, fact checking and actually doing their research, but they're just going off what other people are saying that have a platform of millions and millions of people. You dig what I'm saying? Because if you ever pay attention, even though Charles Barkley will say um, things like "no disrespect" and that's just my opinion, I think that's the problem, though, Chuck. You going off of all your opinions instead of looking at the game and saying, you know what, I may not like this team. It's not might be one of my favorite personal teams, but what they're doing, you can't deny. You can't ignore it. You done won 12 of the last 14, 13 of the last 15, or like whatever it is, 21-9 over the last since January, like whatever that it was something number like that where we've been winning, right? And JJ has found very strategic and creative ways to win with what we have. And I agree with him when you say we're not a contender before you got Luca and before you got Dorian Finney-Smith, right? I agree with you, but since you have made that trade for D'Lo and got rid of you traded for Luca and got instead and got rid of AD. We've been hooping even before you got AD when AD was just out and it was just Austin Reeves and Brun and Dorian Finney-Smith. We was hooping, but he bring in Luca. He hasn't even been great for real yet. He hasn't even been efficient yet. And had a great crazy game and still getting double doubles and triple doubles, and we're winning. Our defense has been great for the most part. We had a couple for breakdowns tonight in this Maverick game. I mean, in this Timberwolves game, but like overall, it's been pretty good. And I feel like if any other team had won that last 12 or 15 or 13 or 15, whatever the number is, if that was another team, you would be singing a totally different tune. If that was the Thunder, or even though we know the Thunder who they are and they got the best team record in the league, if they were on this particular run right now, is what I'm saying, we would be having a different conversation. We'd be having a whole different conversation about that team. Man, they could do it all, but because of the Lakers, it's like this pettiness there, right? This you do sound bitter. You sound like the old bitter dude that's retired. You know what I'm saying? And you can't deny what they're doing. You dig what I'm saying? A fully healthy Nuggets team. You took care of them. A fully healthy Celtics team. The Knicks. Like you got some notable wins. Even the Knicks aren't getting notable wins against top competition. You dig what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is that you're going so much on your opinions that you're not looking at the facts. What's your reasoning for saying that they're not going to be contenders? You can't say it because they don't know how to play with each other because they're showing you that they can. Now, this is what I know. I can even understand you saying I can't ignore what they're doing, but I do have worries about these things when you're talking about them winning the championship. They don't have a big. Sometimes their defense isn't elite, but when it is, it's very hard to score on. I can see you saying things like that because that's actual takes. That's actual basketball facts. But you just saying they're not contenders. They stink. I don't like them. It's terrible. Braun is 50 damn years old. All this may be true. He is 40, but he got stat lines better than dudes. That's 20. That's 20. That's in their prime. So what we talking about? Again, that's basketball. And you gotta, if you're gonna talk about it, you gotta talk basketball. You can't just go off of your feelings. You're starting to sound real petty, bro. You're starting to sound real petty, and real jealous, and like you hurt. You dig what I'm saying? Um, and it's starting to get weird. Especially how great LeBron is. And I'm not ever saying you just going around saying LeBron trash per se, but you are kind of like dishonoring the great things that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's a lot of dudes around the media, and then the ones that's even like got their own uh personal platforms that do the same thing. And so just weird, just weird. Of course, I do think that we are contenders, even though again this win tonight against the Wolves without Rudy, without who you still missing? You still missing somebody else. You don't got Rudy Gobert. Well, Dante DiVincenzo came back, but he wasn't really he was really a non-factor. I think you're missing a third person, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of who it is right now, but um, they weren't fully healthy, right? Ant left the game. Barui left the game. So even though they, not the same level of player, but he's a key piece to what we do, right? It was an ugly win, but I think that sometimes makes a great team is that you might not be clicking on all cylinders. You might have droughts within the game where you're not making shots and you are looking a little lethargic, but can you still lock in enough to get the W when it matters the most? And I think that's what happened tonight because yeah, they lost Ant, but that makes some teams play harder. That makes some teams lock in even more. That makes some dudes say, "This is my opportunity now to take over." A la Terrence Shannon. Junior. He hooped when Ant left. He went and got him damn near 30 in only 20 something minutes, damn near 30 minutes. So it was an ugly win. Yeah, right. You are beating some teams that are beat up, right? But we're not 100% either. We're nowhere near what we could be. And we still winning. Come on, man. All I'm saying is stop being the bitter dude and anybody else out there that just bashes the NBA, but you're not giving fact. You're not, you're not you're not speaking truth. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to come with facts if you're gonna be saying this type of things. And if not, then what we talking about? I'm gonna end it right there, man. You know how much I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning into another episode of Skybox Conversations. I love y'all, man. Peace.